Pisces, welcome to Tarot Reading with Shaista. This is going to be a reading for you from November 26th to December the 3rd, 2020, and I shall be taking a look at your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. I will then close the reading off by pulling out an oracle card from right here, which will serve as messages for you from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not always resonate with all of you listening in. Some of it may be, some not maybe. So you need to understand that these are general readings. So they could be for you, your person, or the situation you're going through, or just simply vice versa energies. Because we do have cross watchers who watch for the zodiac. So, but if you're looking at a personal reading with me, you may want to reach out to me directly for more information. I have mentioned my email address in the description box below. Let's start, Pisces, looking at what's happening with you in the week 26th of November to the 3rd of December 2020 for Pisces. All right. The card I see for you is having the faith. This is the overall energy, all right, for this reading. It's the soul card, the card which talks about the beyond, going furthermore. This is not the end of your journey. This is just the start, okay? So I see a lot of higher being and a lot of belief. I see you definitely have more of a soul searching to do. This is not the end, of your search. That's what it's saying. Let's see where this kind of, takes us. Okay, so in your recent past, I see that something kind of broke your heart. You were suffering, you were in a lot of pain with the Three of Swords. There was a lot of sorrow. You were heartbroken completely, and I think it was a lot of cause and effect kind of a situation, and I think that kind of caused you to kind of look for the truth fairly. And I think you kind of also realized that why that happened, whatever happened, the heartbreak, why it happened, and who was responsible for it, and why you had to go through it. I think you did find your closure, and you kind of justified it somewhere in your mind. And with the Queen of Swords in the past, I see that you even cleared your mind, because it was like a closure for you. You knew why it happened. You kind of closed all doors, putting in the right keys. You kind of figured out what had happened to you. You didn't get carried away by emotions. You got all your answers, and it kind of helped you cope with getting your answers and getting that closure you so needed after your heartbreak. What I see in your current situation, Pisces, is the Hanged Man. I see the Four of Cups, and I see the Three of Wands. The Hanged Man usually is mistaken by some people as a card of confusion. No. I think in this case, it is more of being in that hanged position, not because you're confused, but you are thinking about something. You're trying to look at something from a totally different perspective. Letting go, pausing, rethinking, looking at things from another person's point of view, looking at the whole situation as a whole, not from just one point of view. And I think you have done that, and you are doing that. You are trying to open your mind to it. And I think you've also taken on to some form of exercise. You're probably meditating, or you're contemplating something. You're not taking any decisions here on whatever has happened. Though you have found out truth, you were heartbroken by someone's behavior, you kind of put a reason to it, you kind of found all whatever had gone wrong for you. I definitely see that you kind of got that honesty and everything out there. You were unbiased when you made those choices, or you came about certain things that you got to know about. So you are trying to now, in your current situation, look at things with that perspective of letting go, taking a moment, sacrificing, putting yourself out there first rather than, jumping the gun. You are trying to give this whole situation a lot of time, being fair, giving a chance to even thinking about things from the other person's point of view. And I think this is going to give you a sense of foresight. This is going to help you think, expand, progress, work on whatever is happening. You're definitely, because it's going to help you if you are planning to take this relationship forward. You doing this at this stage is very important, because I see these are your this can be something which kind of decides the future of this relationship. So I think you want to fairly, which is the right thing to do. You have decided to take this thing forward, not look at it just from a situational point of view, but look at this whole thing as something that you need to learn from, for the future, for the betterment of the relationship, to see how far this can go, because you don't want this to happen again. And I think you're trying to put in all the work. You are ready to work on it. You definitely want to take this forward, and that's the reason why you're giving it so much of impetus, trying to work things out. In the future, I see that with the Page of Cups, there is huge possibilities. People may understand, people may realize. I do see a lot of vulnerability also in you, where you do feel bad for them. There's also this part of you which is very intuitive. You kind of know, you have a very strong gut, so you kind of know when something is going wrong with them, or when they're wrong, or when you're right. But you just, you are still wanting to give them all that vulnerability and possibilities, giving them that chance to understand why they did what they did. Or, it could be even a situation you're talking about here. This person is extremely, they're quite a charmer like that. And I think they kind of charm you out of things. They're extremely romantic, and they will probably come back and try and make things work with you. But I see that you will continue to see a lot of disagreements. You will continue to see a lot of disagreements even in the future. I see some fights happening, some sneakiness which will continue, though you want to look at things as patiently as you can with all the fairness and unbiasedness that you have in mind. But I still see that there will be a lot of disagreements even going forward. So you need to probably think about how this is all going to work out for you in the long run, rather than just looking at it situationally. And I think you're strong enough to think things through and make the right decisions. So Pisces, just be calm. I think you're handling yourself very well right now, and just take this one step at a time. Don't make any hasty decisions. You are being the bigger person here, clearly. So I would want you to work in that direction for some more time and give things time for you to get your answers. Okay, that's what I see for you this week. Let's see what the messages for you are from the universe. Messages for Pisces for the week of November 26th through the 3rd of December 2020. What are the messages for Pisces? Honesty and communication. I think that's something we've clearly understood. They're definitely not being honest, and you are trying your best to communicate and try and look at things with a lot of earnestness. And I think you need to be very clear, and keep trying to understand what's really happening, and you need to make them also understand the people you're dealing with, that honesty and communication are the key to any relationship. So that's very, very important. You will need to do the work, for sure. You will have to make the decisions for sure, because this is affecting you the most, Pisces. So what the universe is really suggesting here is that since you don't have the answers, you want to make this work, you will need to do the work. you will need to try harder to try and see if you can make this person stop being sneaky and causing you more heartache. And you know, try and be as clear as possible, not for them but for yourself. You need to put yourself first as well. I also see you cutting the cords. You need to cut the cords if you think that this is not going to work for you. You need to stop fooling yourself, clearly. Do the work, but at the end of the day, if you think that this is not going to be something which is going to carry on in the future, or you don't see, you sense, that there's going to be hopelessness, that we're going to continue to argue, we're going to continue to have disagreements, we're two different people, then you definitely need to cut the cords here, for sure. Watch for some time before you do that. Try a little bit more. But finally, if you think that you can't deal with something, don't overdo it. Just try and cut the cords, because that's for for your soul to survive or go through whatever you're going through, for your own strength. I would say cut the cords if you think you can't deal with it. So that's what I see for you, Pisces, for now. All right, I'll see you next week. Till then, take good care, stay calm, and stay safe.